Alright, so I just woke up and I decided to scroll on Vero, and Clay Enos posted the first two official images of the new Wonder Woman film. And I thought these fucking images were gorgeous. The first one is Wonder Woman looking at a bunch of TV screens. It's very 80s style. It's got a really nice look to it. If this is how the movie looks, I'm really hyped. I love the color grading. You know, if the film looks just like this, I'm all in. This looks great. The second image was of Steve Trevor in a mall, what it looks like in the 80s. And I don't know what this means, guys. I have no idea what this means. There's no real information about why Steve Trevor's in the movie. I think it might be his grandson, and this kind of ties back into the first Wonder Woman film. That scene where Wonder Woman asks him, what's it like to have a family? And Steve Trevor goes, I have no idea. My theory is Steve Trevor was lying in that scene, because he knew if he told her that he had a family back home, he probably would, lose his opportunity to be with her, right? Which is some, normal, everyday shit that most people do anyway, right? So that could be a way to retcon, why we see a Steve Trevor in the 80s. It could be Steve Trevor's grandson, because Steve Trevor blew up. I mean, we saw him in the fucking plane, he blows up, he's fucking dead. I don't see how he got out of that. He totally looks dead. So how is he in this mall in the 80s? It might be a cloning thing. Maybe he was cloned. Maybe just a little shred of his DNA survived the explosion and he was able to be cloned again, because maybe somebody knows that that's Wonder Woman's deep secret, that she's in love with this Steve Trevor that died in World War I. But I'm fine with Steve Trevor being the grandson in this movie, because it's interesting in the comics, because they do the same thing in the comics, and what happens is that Wonder Woman is in love with the first Steve Trevor from World War I. In the comics, it's usually World War II, but she's in love with that Steve Trevor. And when she sees the new Steve Trevor, the grandson, she doesn't fall in love with him, even though he looks identical to his grandfather. But Steve Trevor, the modern-day Steve Trevor, the grandson, instantly falls in love with Wonder Woman. And he becomes a little bit obsessed with her, and that obviously turns her off, of course, right? So I'm thinking they could definitely do that route. I mean, it is a new, interesting story that we haven't seen in a superhero movie before. The grandson trying to win the love of the superheroine who was already in love with somebody else that looks just like them, They could play with that. Or he could just be a figment of her imagination, right? It's just post-traumatic stress, and she's seen Steve Trevor everywhere she looks. That's literally what this could be. And I would be fine with that too. But either way, I'm having a really good feeling about this movie because of the first image with Wonder Woman looking at the TVs. This shot is just gorgeous. And if every shot in the movie is this stylistic, it just has its own unique feel that sets it apart from every other DC film and every Marvel film for that matter, we could be in for a great fucking movie. I hope they don't do the Guardians of the Galaxy thing and just add a bunch of nostalgia music to trick people into thinking the movie's good. I hope they stick with the orchestra. The soundtrack for the first Wonder Woman was fucking spot on. Love the score for that movie, and I hope they continue it. I hope they don't abandon it just to do some cheap nostalgia 80s music, even though it'd be really easy to do because the movie's set in the 80s. But, we'll see what they do. I'm really excited by these photos. Clay Enos is awesome to follow. He's still the set photographer for these DC films, so we're always going to see photos coming out of his Vero, and just awesome. First images of the Wonder Woman movie, and they look great, and I want to see more. So let me know what you think about it down below. And also, the Aquaman trailer is supposed to be dropping any day now. Apparently, it was shown at some cinema festival or something, but either way, it's supposed to be coming up on the internet any day now. People are speculating that it's going to be attached to Incredibles 2. So we'll see. I will definitely be making a reaction to that when that posts. I've avoided all Aquaman trailer descriptions. I have no idea what's in the trailer. I've been saving myself to watch the trailer for the first time in front of you guys. So I can't wait for that to drop. I'm going to be excited. And the other news with the Time Warner and AT&T merger, if you want to know about that, watch Chris Wan's videos and watch Totally Random. They made videos about it, and they pretty much say every single thing I was going to say, so I'm not going to say it because I would just be regurgitating what they say. And they made some great videos about it. Go watch their stuff. They take the words right out of my mouth, And that's it for now. Hope everyone's having a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.